Peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I...
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. Muncy, a walk-off home run. This is way back. Walk 'em off. Chris Taylor.
Give me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back.
The Dodgers lose Game 3 of the NLDS. They're on the brink of elimination. Is it over for LA? That's coming up next on the Dodgers Nation postgame show.
Another payoff. Benny got him with a slider. Clayton Kershaw. It's Teoscar Hernandez. Mookie masked. It's a grand slam. And game ender.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show. My name is Doug McKain, credential member of Dodgers Media. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. Thanks for joining us after the Dodgers lose to the Padres in Game 3 of the National League Division Series by a final score of 6-5. The Dodgers get the big grand slam by Teoscar Hernandez, but it wasn't enough. The Dodgers, since the grand slam, it looked like it was over. You had Ken Rosenthal asking Dave Roberts if he was going to wave the white flag and how he was going to use his bullpen after the Dodgers had given up 6 runs and in a nightmare second inning. A nightmare second inning. We'll get into that. Miguel Rojas, all you got to do, flip the ball, start the double play. Freddie Freeman didn't make the right play either. The Dodgers gave up 3 outs that inning. We'll talk about that. But what I want to start with, the Dodgers get a heroic grand slam. A heroic grand slam in the history of the Los Angeles Dodgers. That was just the 6th grand slam in Dodgers postseason history. Just the 6th grand slam. Just like that, they were right back in it. Right back in it. And it was a 6-5 game. In the 3rd. And from Teoscar's grand slam until the end of the game, the Dodgers, they went a combined 1 for 21. 1 for 21. It was right there. That's unforgivable. Unforgivable ineptitude by this Dodgers offense. Bad at bats. Offering up pitches out of the zone. You had Shohei taking strike 3 with his bat on his shoulder. You had Max Muncy swinging at a 100-mile-per-hour fastball a foot out of the zone late in this game in the 9th inning. Max Muncy needs to be benched. Kike Hernandez needs to be in there. I'm done with Max Muncy this series. He looks lost at the plate. 1 for 21. Teoscar's grand slam was for nothing. You couldn't even get a runner in scoring position. Just an all-time ineptitude by the Dodgers offense following that Teoscar Hernandez grand slam. I mean, what do I ask for in this game? I said, can I get an early lead? I got that. Mookie Betts, he breaks his 0-22 postseason slump. He gets a home run in the 1st. I asked for just something out of Walker Buehler. You get 5 innings, and the defense let him down there early in the 2nd inning. But still, he stayed out there, was facing the heart of the lineup late in his start, was still able to give this team a chance to win. You had the Dodgers relievers. They come in, they put up zeros. Anthony Bonda, Daniel Hudson, Michael Kopech, they all put up zeros. But the Dodgers offense, we always talk about it. What was the conversation for the last couple weeks? It was Tyler Glasnow is done for this season. Oh, the season's over. It was, oh, no Gavin Stone, right? And sure, yes, Walker Buehler the ball was put in play against Walker Buehler. Bad things did happen, but the defense let the Dodgers down in this one, and the bats did not show up. You can't grind out an at-bat. You can't find a way to draw a walk. You can't find a way to put some pressure on the defense. The at-bat quality was atrocious in this one after the Teoscar Hernandez grand slam. 1 for 21. And also, not just 1 for 21, 5 of the 6 innings were 1, 2, 3 innings. It was awful. It was all-time bad. All-time bad. All-time awful. Things need to change. Fire the hitting coaches at this point. Fire someone at this point. You can't tell me the Padres pitching was that good where you can't get a runner on second base when you're trailing 1 run. It's the same thing every single year. The bats don't show up. We talk all week long about the lack of pitching. And sure, the pitching has been bad in this series. I'm not saying the pitching has been good. This series, the Dodgers pitching, they've allowed 15 runs in 13 1/3 innings. That's how bad the starters have been. Sure, that puts a lot of pressure on your offense going to the plate. But the truth of the matter is, the reason why they lost in 2022, the reason why they lost in 2023, and the reason why they're facing elimination in 2024 is the bats don't do enough. They don't show up when they need to. 1 for 21. You can't make this stuff up. All-time bad. All-time bad offense by the Dodgers. And they have one game to prove themselves. Can you at least get it back to Dodger Stadium at this point? Hey, I guess what? Hey, they got Shohei Ohtani. Hey, I guess Shohei Ohtani at least is good for 1 postseason win. That's better than last year, right? That's better than that's some progress, right? Ridiculous. The offense, the thing is, the hitters are better than that. They're more talented than that. They're more talented than the production that they're showing. But 1 for 21 is inexcusable. 1 for 21 without getting a runner on second base. That is inexcusable. Someone has to answer for that. Someone has to answer for that. Whether it's approach, whether it's technique, whether it's just guys giving away at-bats. I mean, the at-bat quality, like I said, 5 of the 6 innings, you're going 1, 2, 3. Top of the 4th inning, 1, 2, 3. Lux fly to left, Edman ground to first, Pages fly to right. Top of the 5th, Ohtani, not a terrible at-bat, 6 pitch to the bat. He just missed one on a Michael King sweeper, a fly out to center. But even Ohtani in that situation, I mean, it's a cavernous pitcher's park in San Diego. Okay, you need to generate offense. Mookie, 2-2 pitch, grounds to short. Freeman, not terrible bad either. He lines to left. After that, though, top of the 6th, another 1, 2, 3 inning. Teoscar strikes out on 4 pitches. Max Muncy gets ahead in the count 2-0, gets ahead in the count 3-1, strikes out at a 4-seam fastball inside the zone. Max Muncy is lost at the plate. Max Muncy looks like he's as close to an automatic out as anyone at the plate right now. And yes, he got the home run in garbage time in game 2, but we know that really meant nothing, okay? Will Smith, forgettable series for Will Smith so far. Still hasn't been able to put a bat on a ball and do something good with it. Grounds to short. Top of the 7th, 1, 2, 3 inning once again. First pitch, Gavin Lux, grounds right out. Tommy Edman, 2-2 pitch, ground out. Pages, 9th pitch of the at-bat, one of the better at-bats of the night, strikes out at a changeup on the inner half. 8th inning, the top of the Dodgers lineup, not a good showing. Shohei up in the count 2-1, then he fouls off a pitch that he kind of missed, a 4-seamer down the zone, fouls off a 4-seam fastball away, and then takes a slider that he was arguing about that he didn't think was a strike. Guess what, Shohei? That was a strike. And you should have run up on that. That was a legitimate strike in the zone in the postseason. You can't leave it to chance. You can't leave it to the umpire in that situation. Mookie Betts, very next batter, first pitch flies out to center. Freddie Freeman playing on one ankle. He was able to single to center, and then you pinch run with Taylor. And then Suarez comes in to face Teoscar, and Teoscar, he pops out to end the inning. 9th inning, Dodgers, Max Muncy, absurd 1-2 count, swings at a pitch that was in space somewhere. Will Smith, first pitch, lazy bat at bat, grounds to short. Gavin Lux put up a fight, strikes out on the 7th pitch of that bat. All-time bad offense by the Dodgers following the Teoscar Hernandez. It was so bad that it's going to lead to the team that's supposed to be the best team in baseball, the team that finished with the best record in baseball, that spent $1.4 billion in the offseason, that all that money, you get one postseason win out of it, you better win tomorrow. You better win tomorrow to save the season and get it to a Game 5. But welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. And make sure that you let me know all your comments down below. We have a lot to talk about here. Welcome to the #1 Dodgers YouTube channel in the game. We're close to 100,000 subscribers. Comment giveaways, so you're eligible for our next giveaway. Look, this should be one of the best Dodgers games ever. You saw the record, 1 for 51 when trailing like they were trailing in this one. They hadn't had a comeback like this since 1956. Teoscar Hernandez gives you a big swing and a big moment. You're right back into this, and you did absolutely nothing with it. Can't believe it. Tomorrow, who's pitching? We'll see Landon Knack. Probably see some Ben Casperius. For them, we'll see Martin Perez and some other bullpen guys too. So you better find a way to win tomorrow, man, and just give yourself a chance in Game 5. Unbelievable. We got Jesse Fuentes. Ohtani can't save you now. We got Padres fans in the chat. Padres fans have just started watching baseball in 2022, so they have a lot to learn about the sport. Anthony Morales, Ohtani, Betts, got the lineup in there. A couple things I want to see right off the bat. I want to see Kike Hernandez in there 100%. I do not want to see more at-bats for Max Muncy for the rest of the series. I don't care how the platoon splits are looking right now. He's giving you nothing at the plate, and it's definitely hurting you. And also, another thing I was thinking, why didn't Tommy Edman start the game at shortstop? Why? Because he made a play later in the game that Miguel Rojas couldn't have made. And Miguel Rojas, when he's healthy, he's a top 5 defensive shortstop. Tonight, though, that's what costs this team the game. Bottom of the second inning, Manny Machado gets a leadoff single. The next batter, Jackson Merrill, he grounded to a fielder's choice. And then Manny, he is running. It looked egregious. You can call it a smaller baseball play if you want, but still, I mean, take a look at it here. I mean, you see the play. And Freddie just throws it right into left field. So Freddie fields it on his knee, tries to make the throw. Then Manny's on the grass at that point, and that's his discretion to try to find a way to block him, to try to make his own runner's lane. And look, at that point, this is bad baseball. That's bad. That's good, smart baseball combined with bad baseball. And if you're Manny Machado, you know how the rules are called. You know that it has to be extremely aggressive and extremely egregious for them to call some type of runner's interference, and 9 times out of 10, that's never going to get called. So the truth of the matter is that pretty much is the lay of the land in that situation. Then after that, the real thing that killed you was not necessarily that play. It was Bogarts grounding into the fielder's choice to short to score Manny Machado to tie things at 1, but Miguel Rojas fielding it and not getting to the bag in time, not beating Jackson Merrill to the bag, and then being late with the throw to first. So you get no outs. In that situation, I think you have to understand that you're limited physically because of the injury, and you also just want to get outs, and that you'll sacrifice outs for a highlight double play. At that point, you think you're just wanting to flip the ball, get the automatic out, and then if you can't turn 2, you can't turn 2, but you avoid a blow-up inning, which ultimately happened. And then Peralta, he doubled to right to score Bogarts and Jackson Merrill. That made it 3-1. And then Higashioka, he flied to center to make it 4-1. That goes as a sac fly. And then Fernando Tatis Jr., he hits an absolute moonshot. So, yeah, Walker Buehler wasn't at his best, and we didn't think that we were going to get ace level 2019, 20, 2018 Walker Buehler. We knew that was going to be the case, but still, I mean, he was limiting hard contact for the most part, and that should have been at the very least a 1-run inning. And the Dodgers were starting to see Michael King, and I think that even if they didn't give up a big inning, they were on their way to having a crooked number inning against Michael King sooner than later. So that second inning was the nightmare. That second inning ultimately is probably, let's just be real here, that second inning probably is going to cost you the season if you're the Dodgers. And what makes it so mind-boggling, perplexing, and makes you want to just pull your hair out and scream is Miguel Rojas is a Gold Glove caliber shortstop, and Freddie Freeman is a Gold Glove winner first baseman. And yeah, I mean, Manny Machado being Manny Machado. I mean, it was Bush League-ish, whatever, but I mean, you can say what you want, man, but they're not going to call that in that situation. And just a bad bad throw. It's a bad throw, and it's unfortunate. And look, Buehler gives the home run, give the double to Peralta. So he wasn't missing enough bats either. And that was my concern heading into this one. 77 pitches for Walker Buehler in this one. 8 swings and misses, 0 strikeouts. It couldn't even get 1 strikeout in 5 innings. So, yep, more of the same, unfortunately. And that's just a painful way. That's just an extremely painful way to lose, especially when you had that high of Teoscar Hernandez going up there and hitting that big grand slam. Then early in the game, too, I mean, hey, my click to pick, what I say in the pregame show, I had Mookie Betts hitting a home run. And first inning, Mookie Betts, first at bat, he hits a solo home run to put the Dodgers up 1-0 early.
In 13 innings. On 3-2, Mookie Betts hooks a fly ball down the left field line. Profar back, he's at the wall in the same spot as last game. Different.
So there you go. Mookie hits the bomb. It was a little bit of a confusion of it because it looked like there was some confusion, but it went out and Profar didn't rob him again. And Mookie ends up going 2 for 4 tonight. So nice to see Mookie Betts have a home run, have an RBI. He hit a single in the inning where they were able to get that grand slam. And then, yeah, we talked about the second inning, and then there was the top of the third inning. And Miguel Rojas, to his credit, he was able to stay in the game, and he bounced back to hit that single to start that inning. And the Dodgers get back-to-back-to-back singles, first by Rojas, then by Shohei, then by Mookie, and then Pages inserted into the game. Pages came in for Rojas, who exited the game dealing with that injury. And then Freddie Freeman lined out for the first time. Then Teoscar Hernandez, a great at-bat, 1-2 count, fouls off the 4th pitch of the at-bat, a sinker on the inner half. And then 5th pitch, he punishes a Michael King sweeper that just stayed up in the middle of the zone, and he had a grand salami. And just like that, the Dodgers were within 1.
Left one over the plate, sent in the air to deep center field. Merrill's going back. He's at the wall. It's a grand slam and a brand new ball game. Teoscar Hernandez, the lightning strike the Dodgers needed. It's 6-5.
Could you believe that? I mean, what was your reaction to that? I was jumping out my seat saying, okay, whole new ball game. It's on. Let's have a wild one. Let's have a classic. Imagine if I told you right there the Dodgers were going to go 1 for 21 from that point, not even put a runner on second base. Some of you probably would have believed me, honestly. We got the George Cruz get rid of Muncy. Nobody is heating. Muncy needs to sit. That was a good swing. It was a great swing. Not Dog's fault. Players can't hit. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't see how you put this one on Dave Roberts. I think that if you're putting this one on Dave Roberts, that, I mean, you're just spending energy on the wrong guy, and kind of really just tells me that you don't know the inner workings of this team and just why this team lost. I mean, if you want to just parrot the take that everyone says, by all means, go for it, do you. But the truth of the matter is I thought Dave made a couple really good moves tonight, and I think one of them was leaving Buehler out there in the 5th inning, facing the top of that Padres line for the 3rd time, and I think it was a really nice job by Dave Roberts. I mean, he got Tatis to ground to short. He got Profar to pop to short. Then with 2 outs, he falls behind the count to Manny Machado. 2-2 count. Manny singles to left. And then Dave comes out to talk to Walker Buehler. And you're thinking at that point that he's probably going to take the ball and go to the bullpen. And he does throw a wild pitch, allowing to Manny Machado to get to second base. And they would ultimately elect to intentionally walk Jackson Merrill with first base open, and that set up Buehler versus Bogarts with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And Buehler, he got Bogarts to ground into a fielder's choice at short to get out of the inning. So I think that was a great job by Dave Roberts. Personally, I think that was his best pitching decision on the night. I mean, you wanted to come out in the 2nd inning and get Walker Buehler and then exhaust his whole entire bullpen, and then you're really up against it even worse than you already are in games 4 and then potentially 5. I think Dave did a really nice job. I think for me, I think Dave Roberts probably didn't make the decision to start Miguel Rojas at short. All that's, look, I'll tell you, man, I cover this team professionally. That's how I make my money, okay? And the truth of the matter is, Dave Roberts does not have complete autonomy to make decisions like that. These decisions are made in the analytics department and scouting and people that collaborate, and they do a lot to make these decisions, but I do think that it was the wrong decision to start Miguel Rojas considering his limitations. That defensive play proved that. And then 2, I think that Kike Hernandez, I mean, he's the one guy that we know steps up in these situations. And at this point, it feels like he's this year's Ryan Pepio, not getting the opportunity that he deserves and the way he can help this team. So this is not a Dave loss. I think he managed the bullpen well. I mean, he did. I mean, it's not even a thought. I mean, it's a fact. I mean, you got the most out of Walker Buehler that you could, and you got Anthony Bonda going inning in a third. He had 2 strikeouts, and when you went to him, he did a really nice job to get the out that he needed to get. Anthony Bonda, I thought, was someone who came out and did a really nice job helping this team win tonight. And Anthony Bonda, he came in there and really did exactly what we needed him to do. He got 1, 2, 3 there in the 6th inning, and then he came out to face Luis Ariz in the 7th, and he got him to fly out. And then Dave goes to Daniel Hudson. Hudson gets 2 quick outs, and that goes as a 1, 2, 3 inning. And then bottom of the 8th, you go to Kopech. Kopech, he goes 1, 2, 3 as well. So you can't say anything about Dave Roberts' mismanagement of the pitching. I thought game 1, he did a fantastic job managing the pitching. Game 2, offense stunk the bed, and the pitching wasn't there like you needed it, and he gave 6 home runs. So, I mean, look, this is on roster management, and this truly is. I mean, roster construction. The Padres right now are doing a better job of putting together a roster than the Dodgers are. That's just a fact. That's today, right now, that's the case. Could that change and the Dodgers win the last 2? They certainly can. But thank you for the super chats, guys. Thank you. We got we need Adamas at short. Dodgers are done. Show some effing urgency for F's sake. 999 super chat. The sandwich. The Dodgers shut down at the slightest. We got people calling for Dave Roberts fired. Don't really understand all that. Here's the thing. I mean, if you want to fire Dave Roberts, sure, but that's not going to solve this team's problems, if we're being completely honest. We got Tatis is the Dodgers' daddy. Okay, you got the Padres fans. Don't you have Borna's show to go check out or some? Wait, honestly, stay with us. I mean, this is the #1 Dodgers post-game show. We'll wait to hear what Dave Roberts has to say, get some post-game reaction. We'll continue to break down your comments as well. We got, oh, wow, this is a huge show. We got 3.1 thousand just on YouTube right now, and we're going to be reading all these comments off, guys, as much as I can. The super chat from the sandwich, thank you so much. Heyo says Padres are in a back alley in Hillcrest. Okay, we got, Andrew Friedman isn't going anywhere, so that's from Mr. Copacetic. We got, where is Knack? He'll be pitching in Game 4, presumably. Contact, greater than signed power. We got Dodgers. We got DFA Max. Bullpen showed up tonight, but offense couldn't catch up. Where is Knack? Nerds calling pitches. You got to make the NLCS to make the comparison between down through 1 in 2020. The Braves, we got fans arguing. We got a 499 super chat from Jose Rod 05. Lights are looking too bright for Ohtani. A broken bat single doesn't cut it. Yeah, I think if you look at Ohtani's night tonight, I thought he would get a home run. I thought he would leave the yard at some point. Does get that broken bat single that led to the grand slam by Teoscar, but Shohei, he goes 1 for 4 tonight with 2 strikeouts. So if you look at his last 2 games, he's 1 for his last 8. Did not look good in Game 2. Tonight didn't look great either. First inning, he struck out swinging on a sweeper down and in. This is not the best night for Shohei. Did get the single in the 3rd inning, and later in the game, he struck out on that slider on the outer half that caught the outside corner. We got a $1,600 in yen super chat. I'm cheering from you. I like this. This is from a man over in Japan. I'm cheering for you from Japan. Let's go Dodgers. Give a comment to the show for that. Give you a fire take. Give you a fire take for that one. Appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, a lot could change. I mean, could tomorrow be Dave Roberts' last game as the Dodgers manager? That's possibly on the table. If they lose in 3, could be bye-bye Dave Roberts. Does he deserve it? Probably not. Is that the move they might make because of everything that has transpired in the last couple of years? And at some point, you just got to try something different because what they're doing isn't working. From a front office standpoint, from a player development standpoint, from a keeping guys healthy standpoint, from a have guys have the ability to execute and just generate some sort of offense. I mean, the offense just did not show up. I'm having trouble. I don't know if I'm having some actual nightmare and I'm doing some lucid dreaming. I don't know what's going on here, but one base runner after that grand slam doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have one base runner. Fine, they didn't score 50 runs after that. Fine, they didn't even score one run after that. But after the grand slam in the third, not to put one base runner on there. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We got, it's a rough one. It's a rough loss. I mean, the Dodgers, if we want to frame it this way, they kind of just beat themselves. I mean, it's not like the Padres were out there like we saw in Game 2 making these incredible defensive plays and hitting multiple home runs. Sure, they capitalized in the second inning. Outside of that, though, they weren't a great team. They didn't do a lot tonight, right? The Dodgers, they beat themselves. The Dodgers beat themselves tonight. Bad defense and just an offense that just did nothing after the grand slam. I mean, you look at the Padres, they went 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Just 4 runners in scoring position. But the Dodgers, 2 for 3. 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. 2 for 3. That is it. They let 2 runners on base. They picked the wrong time to just forget how to hit a baseball. I mean, 1 base runner since the third, man. It's tough, man. Muncy, Smith, Rojas. I mean, it's just such a frustrating way to lose a game because you get that moment, then you get the bad defense, and yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to comprehend how you can have that many non-competitive at-bats in a row. So, yep, another day in the life of a Los Angeles Dodger fan. Here we go. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different outcomes. That's from Angie over on Facebook. Dodgers, we got the Buehler pitch his last game for the Los Doyers. It's possible, too. Sure. He'll find himself a prove a deal somewhere. I'm not done with Buehler. How many one-pitch outs, too? Yeah, I mean, you look at D-Mac, does it? It does make sense. D-Mac is their home run approach. I mean, that's why it was refreshing to see what they did in the fourth inning, right? Because they weren't trying to get it all back with a 25-run home run, right? They were loading the bases with singles. I mean, that was the positive thing about that. Let's see. We just see more super chats, guys. Welcome to the Dodger Nation postgame show. Inland Empire Media, $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Doc is a good manager, but this team needs a new voice, leadership. Other teams are always more focused with more energy. Teams reflect their manager. Yeah, at the end of the day, you can say all this stuff, but the truth of the matter is a results-based business. And the truth is, the Dodgers, if the Dodgers lose tomorrow, the truth is, and this is not really an opinion, right? The truth is that if the Dodgers lose tomorrow, you could make the claim that they've done less with more than any team in professional sports. When you look at their resources, when you look at their ability to acquire essentially any player they want, and you can't get out of the first round. Doug, do you think the Dodgers can still win the series, and do you have more or less hope after this game, Giovanni F. Gomez? Well, I have to say I have significantly less hope because after this, you're faced with being on the brink of elimination, where you only have 1 game to play with. Now, I do think that early on, the approach of the offense in the first couple innings from a Mookie home run early. So, I mean, the truth is, Mookie hitting a home run early, hopefully he's back. He goes 2 for 4. Shohei had a broken bat home run. He's due for a big moment. Freddie, he looks hobbled at this point. He's still contributing offensively, but I think at this point the defense is starting to be a little too compromised. He goes 1 for 4. At this point, I think you almost have to strongly consider sitting Freddie Freeman because he's becoming a liability because you have to pinch run for him if he gets on base. And the fact is, I mean, yeah, Manny Machado, he runs in the base pass, but I mean, there could be a world where he's not going to be able to start. And then Miguel Rojas, I highly doubt you'll see Miguel Rojas for the rest of this series and possibly the rest of the season, even if they do advance. Looks like the injection kind of wore off for him a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, on top of that, there's some bad injury juju on this team right now. We got Alberto Z, Gabe Kapler next season. We need attitude. I'll tell you, my mom would like that. My mom would be a big fan of a Gabe Kapler hiring. The sandwich, considering early inning struggles, 499 super chat. Could you see an opener then a starter going forward since they don't have the staff? Look, the truth of the matter is yeah, I think that there is a world that you definitely could see an opener. The truth is they didn't use Evan Phillips today. You didn't use Alex Vesia. Some of these guys are going to be ready to go on back-to-backs because of the rest day on Monday. But at some point, you're going to need some bulk. And the truth is, you're going to need innings out of Landon Knack, a rookie that's never pitched in the postseason, and Ben Casperius, a rookie that's never been in the postseason. Now, both those guys have been on this show for last month, so they get the good, positive Dodgers dugout karma, so they have that going for them. But still, yeah, I definitely could see them going with an opener potentially tomorrow. I mean, maybe a Brusdar Gratterall situation. A Brusdar, I mean, when he gets, Edgardo Henriquez potentially. I mean, it makes you kind of wonder who you could go with really to face the top of the lineup. But at some point, it's going to come down to, can they hit? Can you hit? Can you find a way to manufacture offense? Can you manufacture some offense? And yeah, I mean, the truth is they did go with younger players over some of the vets when it comes to the postseason roster. And they're definitely, I mean, Michael Grove's off, right? Michael Grove's off, and you got Edgardo Henriquez. Do you throw him in that situation? You use Daniel Hudson tonight. Landon Knack's going to pitch tomorrow. Ben Casperius is probably going to pitch tomorrow. You got to save Evan Phillips and Blake Trinan and Alex Vesia. You just save those three for later in the game. Kopech as well. But yeah, the only thing, I mean, only options would probably be a Ryan Brazier or a Edgardo Henriquez opener. But it's possible. I wouldn't rule it out completely. And then you don't have to face that top of the lineup if you are Landon Knack or Ben Casperius potentially. But they're going to go with Landon Knack as the first guy out. Either as a starter, as the bulk guy tomorrow for sure. And it's just going to be a bullpen game in general, right? You're going to see all hands on deck, and then you just kind of hope for game 5. But at some point, you need multiple innings out of these guys as well. So that's kind of where you stand with that. But yeah, let's head over to the X, see what Dave Roberts had to say, see if we have any updates, and then keep firing away in the chat, guys. Just so you know, I mean, this show, you got your comments on the screen. I want you guys to be heard. I want you guys to be seen. I want you guys to get out all your thoughts and comments about your boys in blue. By the way, this is from OptaStats. OptaStats tweet out, the Padres retired 16 consecutive Dodgers hitters following Teoscar Hernandez's grand slam. That's the most consecutive batters retired in a game immediately after giving up a grand slam in MLB history. Think about being on the wrong side of history like that. The first time, this great game that we love, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of games. It's the most consecutive batters retired in a game immediately after giving up a grand slam in MLB postseason history. I'm going to give that a bruh. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I see people talking about Shohei. Yeah, I mean, look, Shohei's Superman in baseball cleats, but look, sometimes you have to give credit where credit's due. Give credit to the Padres for one, not only having success against him in the last couple of games and keeping him from slugging and hitting extra base hits, but also going out there and trading for Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott has gone up against Shohei Ohtani in each of the first 3 games of this series. Ohtani, in those at-bats, he's gotten out, and not only that, he's struck out each of those 3 times. Tanner Scott, for whatever reason, owns Shohei Ohtani. That's why they went out and traded for him. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the Dodgers are getting outplayed. They're getting outplayed And honestly, they beat themselves today, but still, I think from a roster construction standpoint, AJ Preller has, up until 3 games in the NLDS, looked like the guy that put together a team that's more equipped to win a World Series than Andrew Friedman. That's just a fact at this point. But yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one for sure. To talk more about that, Dave Roberts on the play said it's not a replayable challenge play. Manny, you can create your own base path if you're not avoiding a tag, and it was a heady play. So yeah, it's kind of what I said earlier. I do think that in that situation, that sure, you can't challenge this play. And yeah, give him credit. I mean, that is a savvy play by Manny Machado. You hate to give him credit for it, but yeah, it's a savvy play. I mean, he knows what's going on. He knows that Freddie feels that, and he can feel him behind him. And then Freddie on his knees, and there's no clear path to get to Miguel Rojas. And yes, you can't challenge that. By the definition of the rule, you can't challenge that. But if you're Dave Roberts, maybe at least go out there and talk to the umpire. Maybe at least go out there and have a conversation with the umpire, just so the umpire can tell you that you can't challenge that. That way, you can kind of give your guys a breather. You can give Walker Buehler a breather. You can settle that Padres crowd down a little bit. You can do something to stifle that momentum just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay? And the truth is, Walker Buehler, he asked the ump. Miguel Rojas, he asked the ump. And they both asked the ump if that should have been called interference. And this is from Jack Harris, who tweeted out that Rojas said that the second base umpire told him he was looking at the bag, not Machado's route. Freddie Freeman, however, did note he would have done the same thing if he was the base runner. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm a manager of this team, I don't want to leave it up to my players to talk to the umpires about interference. I want to be there right with them, trying to get a little clarity. Even if you know the rules, it's definitely something that you can kind of do in that situation. And yeah, I mean, I think for Dodgers fans out there that are up in arms about this, I mean, for me, the focus should be a little less on that play by Manny Machado and a little more about, hey, Miguel Rojas, like, why don't you just turn the double play? Why don't you just flip the baseball? Why don't you make the baseball play in that situation? So the truth is, it wasn't legal. But, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to look. It's kind of one of those things where it's a smart play by Manny Machado, but it should have been an out. Really, I mean, yeah, I would have liked to see Dave Roberts out there arguing, doing something to spark these guys. But yeah, I mean, Miguel Rojas, that's why baseball, like I said, a football game ruins your week, a basketball game ruins your day, a baseball game could ruin your life. To think that Miguel Rojas' defense could cost the Dodgers the season is one of the more unpredictable, unexpected, infuriating developments I could think of for this season. Someone who's that good defensively just doesn't flip the ball to him. To Gavin Lux to get that out. We got Luis Amaya, 999 super chat. Yo, D-Mag, what was Machado saying about Kopech after his out? Also, is Cease going tomorrow? No, I don't think they've announced that, but you were not going to see Cease tomorrow for sure. I think you're going to see Martin Perez and some other guys. Let's see. Have they announced that yet? But yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah, welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show, guys. I know you're hurting tonight. I know it was a frustrating loss. It's not over, though. It's not over. You got another game tomorrow, and you win tomorrow, you can try to bring it back to Dodger Stadium. Dave has no fight. What's up, Diane Schroeder, down below in the comments section. By the way, as much as this hurts, please do me a huge favor and leave a like for the show. It definitely helps the channel. And, yeah, I mean, this is a therapy session for all of us, guys. We'll get through this. It's just amazing because it feels like we haven't celebrated any postseason success. I mean, the Dodgers have lost 10 of their last 12 postseason games. That's insane. That is insane. But yeah, stream. Here we got one bad inning. I can't believe that the Doctors can't win with all that talent. Kind of a buffer. Okay, let me see what's up on the stream here. D-Mac with the is my stream choppy? Let me know how it's going now. Should be okay. Should be okay. Some more super chats. We got $2 super chat. Angels win the World Series before the Dodgers in Ohtani. That's a bruh. That ain't happening. That's the last thing we need to worry about. More comments. Is Cease starting? I mean, I could see them going with Cease just to seal the deal. I mean, that's a guy that has pitched on that rest pattern and tried to go out and just slam the door shut on this Dodgers team. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Dylan Cease go for the Padres tomorrow. Let's see if we can we got any clarity. You know, we got so Kevin AC, Dylan Cease will start Game 4 for the Padres. Well, that's interesting. That I mean, that's Dylan Cease on 3 days rest, and then Darvish would be on 4 days rest for Game 5. I mean, did not expect that. But you have Darvish for Game 5 if you need him. That's a big time ballsy move. That's a big time ballsy move if you're Mike Schilt. And we'll see if it pays off. I mean, we know that Dylan Cease, he's got frontline starter stuff. But the truth is, hey, if you're the Dodgers, the game you won, he was a starter. And Dylan Cease gave up 5 runs in 3 1/3 innings, and he gave up that home run to Shohei Ohtani. So, I mean, that could turn into a Dylan Cease plus bullpen game. So, I mean, if you watch the Padres down the stretch, Martin Perez, he was pretty good for them down the stretch. But you have a chance to close that at home. You have Darvish for Game 5. I kind of think that this series still has some life in my eyes. I kind of like the Dodgers' chances against Dylan Cease. I really do. And I kind of like their chances better seeing Darvish twice versus a fresher version of Dylan Cease in Game 5. And Schilt's going to have a short leash on him. We got some more Super Chats. Appreciate all the Super Chats, guys. MPC. We got Dr. Edmund, $2. Sad part is this is Dave's best series in a while. Yeah, I mean, objectively speaking, this really has been a decent to really good series for Dave Roberts. He really has pressed a lot of the right buttons in this one, but it's just unfortunate for him. Look, the season, it's not over, guys. I mean, it really truly is not over. And the fact that you have Dylan Cease going on 3 days and the Dodgers had success against him in Game 1, and you can kind of see a path to coming back. When you have the best record in baseball, you earn the right to earn a Game 5 at home. So the Dodgers have that in front of them. D-Mac, I'm so depressed. Tony Tater's whispering D-Mac's here. What's up, Ed Rivera over on YouTube? Cease is confirmed. Okay, so yeah, we caught up on that. Padres team has that grit. I mean, the thing is, D-Mac, I'm so pissed that second inning is killing me. This is the thing. Okay, Game 2, yeah, I think that was the best version of the San Diego Padres. They hit home runs. They made great plays defensively. They pitched well. Yu Darvish was great. Tonight, the story is more about the Dodgers shooting themselves in the foot than the Padres playing great. Because the bullpen was great for the Dodgers. Walker Buehler, he gutted it out despite giving up that double to Peralta and the home run to Fernando Tatis Jr. It was the defensive issues that they had, namely that Miguel Rojas double play doesn't happen. It's just, wow. That's wow. D-Mac, tonight, watching you is my copium. Hey, I appreciate that. Let's see. Cease pitching. Hey, man. Look. We got a $4.99 Super Chat. Dodgers will be all over Dylan Cease tomorrow. Dodgers bullpen will continue to be phenomenal. Flaherty on the bump for Game 5. Dodgers in 5. Beirut picking up the vibes. Beirut picking up the vibes in a big way, and I need that. This is from Lucio Enriquez, a $1.99 Super Chat. Says, not over until the tortas are singing. Man, I didn't eat tonight. I'm going to have a torta right after the show. Bring Andre Ethier as a manager or a hitting coach. $1.99. Yeah, at least, I mean, I don't think those coolers would like to see him coming, but for sure, I definitely would be okay with that. I mean, obviously, him being involved in any way is great, but yeah, for sure. I'm fighting Helen now in Milton and couldn't get a win. My power will go out, so at least I can't watch if they lose. That's from Keith Evan. That's depressing, but I hope everything's good with you. Dodgers in 5. That's from Mark Monzon. For sure. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Not really sure why it's lagging it right now. But let me see. There's so many people in this chat. I don't have a lag for me, but I'll figure out what's going on. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Stand. Bump. Super chats. Let's see. Go. All right. Let me double check. Let's see, we got some more down below. Rojas wasted a roster spot in our bullpen and is our best starter from Kelly Oshiro. Let's double check this. Give me a second, guys. Welcome to Dodger Nation Postgame Show. Following the Dodgers' 6-5 loss to the San Diego Padres. 6-5, man. Here we go. Let's see here. I think that's why. Okay, yeah. We got. Do you think having Glass now changes anything in these first 3 games? 100%. It changed things. I mean, if you have Glass now, you have the surefire, bona fide frontline starter. I mean, there's no way it doesn't. So yeah, absolutely, it makes a huge difference without him. But yep, guys, couple more here. We'll be back tomorrow, by the way, for Dodgers Dugout Live, so you won't want to miss that. Definitely won't want to miss that. And then let's see if we can get any more reaction from Dave Roberts over on YouTube. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Let me find out what's going on here. Hello, hello. All right, stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to do... get rid of everyone except Shohei. This is from Jason Amamillo. Get rid of everyone except Shohei, Teo, Yoshi, Glasnow, and Edmund. Scratch the rest and all. Yes, all staff. It's over. Stop giving us false hope. And welcome back to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Let me know if we are live and ready and moving. I think we're back and we're ready to go. So yeah, guys, I think we are ready. So yeah, we'll continue to break this one down. We'll keep going because there's still more baseball to talk about. Let's see if there's anything else on X, any updates, any lineup changes. Yeah, kind of the talk is about Miguel Rojas. Fabian Ardaya said Miguel Rojas said he will see how he feels when he comes in tomorrow, but noted that whenever he has aggravated his torn abductor this season, the next day is usually a more painful one. So, look, I think for me, I kind of keep him off the field if he's not at 100%. I think for him, I'd rather much see Tommy Edman at shortstop and Andy Paz in center field. So that to me is the move right there. I don't think that's under that much discussion. I don't think that he should start, and I don't think possibly he should be on the roster at this point, depending on how it looks like going forward, because you just can't have a Miguel Rojas. I mean, I still don't understand. I mean, just look at this. I mean, if you look at this play right here, I mean, just look at this play from Miguel Rojas, man. I mean, look at all he had to do in this situation. He has the ball right there. Runners on the corners. No outs. Flip it to Gavin Lux. 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 Runners scores. You get 2, you at least get 1, and you don't have a blow-up inning. Am I missing something? So, yeah, I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. Does not make sense to me. But fortunately, that's where they're at, and that's kind of the season they're having. But, yep, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. And, yeah, thanks again, guys, for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. We will continue to break some down tomorrow in studio. Join us for Dodgers Dugout Live and the pregame and postgame show, guys. Thanks again. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. And remember,